Uncle Joe has returned, as you can see. But Uncle Joe not here to discuss your American history. Uncle Joe here to discuss important matters in Russia. Much more important than what happened over here. 100 years ago in Russia, in the spring of 1917, things going horribly for Russians during First World War. Germans pulverizing Russians all over the place. Riots, starvation, every privation that could be happening in Russia is happening. Finally, the Tsar decides if he abdicates the throne, things will go smoother for Russian people. So he abdicates in 1917, in springtime. First question, so what happens is the Russian provisional government took over at this time. And first question out of British and French mouth is, hey, you're going to keep helping us fight the Germans? And the Russian provisional government said, no problem, we keep fighting, it's okay. British and French happy with that idea, so they go away. But the Germans not okay with that idea. The Germans want Russians to go away. They keep pulverizing Russians again and again and again. Russians keep coming back. So German High Command have idea. What they decide to do is there is a man who is Russian but living in Switzerland in exile for the last 10 years. A man whose name was Vladimir Lenin. His real name was not Lenin, it was Ulyanov, but he changed it to Lenin during revolutionary period. They decide to take Lenin, put him in armored railroad car, take him over to Russian border, and cut him loose into Russia to hopefully to destabilize Russian provisional government and get Russia out of war. And so what Lenin does, he crosses border and makes things unstable and makes people even who are already upset even more upset. He promises peace, land and bread. That's what his promises were. Peace because there was no peace. Land because the only people who had land was the landowners. And bread because everyone was starving. The Russian people grab hold of this. And in October of 1917, 100 years ago, he says that the Bolsheviks, which means majority, have taken control and it's time to form a Soviet, which also means council, state in Russia. This was happening 100 years ago at this time. Some major changes happen in Russia after this. More to come.